I'm working on the sample project for our Fall Friendship International, and we're making a box that collapses, and I'm going to do a few of the pictures on a video because some parts are a little tricky and you might want to see them done in a different way, but I'll be doing a week by week in the fall of how to do this project. We have a double, or I'm not sure what you call it, a spine that has an extra ½ inch between the areas, and I've already put on double-sided tape. I like 3/8 inch. Right now I only have 1/4 inch and ½ inch of the kind I get on Amazon, so you can also use the expensive score tape, but I find it holds okay with just the basic tape that you can get 6 rolls for about $10 compared to about $6 a roll. So it's your choice. But because this is going to be holding all the 6 signatures on, I also like to use just a tacky glue in addition to the double-sided tape. Now there's only 2 types of pages in this album, and I'm not going to teach that right now, but I have made them ahead, and I made one mistake. I decorated both sides, and then I realized that some of the pages are single, and you don't want them decorated ahead, so you'll see how I've picked that up a little. But these are my pages, and I'm using a digital kit that for my paper, so I can print up as I go. But I'm just going to show you how to attach to the signature. And there's 2 types of pages. Each page on one side has a pocket to put things in, but 3 of the pages are actually a pocket page, and they'll be double-sided. And you can decorate both sides of those. But the pages that do not have a pocket in the middle, they're just flat with one pocket on one side, I should not have decorated one side. So what I've done is I've lifted it up, the glue up, and I'll show you how they attach. But as we attach them, we start from the back. And I've made my tape accordingly. If it's a pocket page, I already have 2 pieces of double-sided tape on the hinge. I think it's called a double hinge mount. I can't remember what the other term is. I also put a decorative piece under my spine, on top of the spine, on top, but under the mounts. And that's just because there will be a little bit of color there. So, first page is most important. You want to make sure that when you attach this, and I'm going to be, let's see, I'm going to be attaching it. Again, this is one I had to lift up. I'm going to be attaching it here. And I want to make sure that it's very straight. So we want to be careful about the first page because all of these will line up with it. So I'm starting from the back. It's the easiest way to do this. I'm removing my double-sided tape. I'm adding a little bit of tacky glue right on top of the tape. And this will just ensure that it's a good attachment. I'm just wiping off the excess glue. Now this one literally just sits on it. So I'm going to straighten where I want it. And I'm going to put it right to the first score line and adhere it. It's a little awkward because I should not have decorated the top side of this. So I'm just going to make sure it's straight now. Looks like it's even. When it's even, I will press down. I'm going to turn over to make sure it doesn't go over that score line. There we go. There. I think I will burnish it a little. Just using a Cricut one. I don't have my Teflon one with me here. Now, because I had taken off the glue, I'm going to adhere glue where I took it off. Looks messy now, but it will burnish down nice and flat. Now you don't want extra glue sneaking out, so if you do not decorate the tops of your pages first, you won't have this problem. Now here I have some double-sided tape on here, I think. Let me see. Nope, just nothing. So I'll just put some glue, some tacky glue there too. Okay, my first page is on. And my next page is a pocket page, so it'll be adhered a little differently. So you can't even tell that I tore that off the back of the cardstock. Okay, now this one has 2 pieces of double-sided tape or score tape. And you know I do not like taking this off, but don't always succeed well. It is double-sided and it's above the score line. I'll have a separate class on how to make this spine for 6 pages. Right now I'm just showing you the attachment. I'm just going to let that sort of stand up. Now this page is a pocket page. I'm going to open the pocket, take my adhesive, and I'm going to put a small line on one side that goes by the spine. Doesn't have to be a lot of glue. Remember, you already have double-sided tape here. Oops. I'm going to gently close that and make sure there's glue on 2 sides. So when I open back that pocket, there's now glue on 2 sides. I slide it on top of the glue down to the first score line. And before I push it down, I want to make sure it's in the right place. This is the tricky part of it, in my opinion. And if you notice, the angles on the spine, the sides of the spine were angles, so it will fit right into my pocket, or it should. It seems like this is a little small. Might have to trim off a little bit more. Oh, there it goes. So I'm going right up to the score line on that side, gently touching it in case I have to lift it again. Going on the back, making sure it's right. Now, does it line up with the page before it? If it does, and only then, do you want to press down. Make sure. Okay, so now we have 2 pages. 1 pocket page, so there will be room for something to go in here. And then the pocket on the front. All pages are the same in that regard. Now this only has 1 piece of tape. Whoops. So I will be removing the cover. And look, I caught on. I did not decorate the back, so this will be easy. So I'm just going to take it right off, add a little bit of adhesive, tacky glue, or your favorite adhesive. Just don't want it too thick. And I actually like to spread it around so it's almost a gray color, so it does not ooze out. Now, right in the fold there, line up so it fits. Push down. It looks like it's lined up. Okay, I did not decorate this page yet, but I have the decorations all ready to go. Just to keep the video shorter, I won't put them on, but I just have double-sided tape on top of the printed pages I made from the digital paper, and it's all set. Now the next page is going to be a special pocket page. It's right in the middle of the album. So I've actually made a pocket, put on some double-sided tape to prepare the pocket, and I'm not going to put that on right now. That'll be in a different class too. But page 6 is also a pocket page. So that means there are 2 pieces of tape. Now you can fold these out and pull them down, but I find if I just do it at once, it actually works a little bit easier. Oh, I'm going to get rid of my decorations here too. Don't need those right now. You can put on all of your black pages, your 6 pages that I'll be teaching you in another class. You can put them all on at once and then decorate them. I personally like to decorate them first. Makes me think about my whole album before I start. But you don't have to do that. You can just make a black album, then decide even what paper you're going to use. All of our projects this coming semester will be different because you're going to pick out your own paper. And you can be like me and make digital paper. Okay, I put glue on one side and I'm just pressing it down gently. Opening up the pocket, putting it over the spine hinge to the first score line without pushing it down, just lining it up nice and straight, just about to the spine line, the score line. Whoops. See how flat with a double spine makes it so flat. When you look at your book, it lines up very flat. The other thing that the liquid glue does, if you make a mistake and it's not perfectly flat, you can remove it. Where if you just use the double-sided tape or the score tape, it's going to be very difficult to remove and you might rip your spine. I don't find this exactly straight, so I'm going to lift it up again, push a little, straighten it out, I think. Stick my finger right under there. Okay, that looks straighter. I think what happened was I went over the score line. You don't want to. Okay, I think that looks good. Good, right to the score line. That's page 6. Now we'll move on to, that was 5, so this will be 4. 3 will be attached, and again, it was one of my first pages I made, so I have to lift up my pages, remove my double-sided tape, go to the score line. It's just a single page. Make sure this looks straight before I put it down, straight, lined up with the page before it. Oh, I forgot tacky glue. It does help because it gives you a maneuverability that you will not have if there's not liquid glue on there. And trust me, you might make it crooked. Just a baby wipe for my fingers. Let's try that again. In the score line. Now these hinges, when I made them, have been manipulated in both directions so that they're very flexible. So they will lie flat in either direction. Okay, that looks straight to me. Push that down. Maybe I'll open it up and push it down. It doesn't seem like it's going very easily. Right to the score line. Make sure it's straight. It is. I have a mess there where I tore off my digital paper. So I'll just add some more adhesive. Still has the sticky double-sided there that I originally put on. Nothing on the little tabs because I added those after. You can also see a little faint black there, not from just what's pulled up, but around the edges, because I have taken Distress ink, actually using the soot color, and I have distressed the edges of my white paper, especially since most of the pictures are tan. I don't want white edges to show. Okay, and our last page is the first page. And I actually think pocket pages are the easiest way to go on this, because first of all, it gives you more room for pictures, photos, and they go on easier than the one-sided. But I have half and half in this album. Okay, I'm going to add, not glue to here, but glue on my front page, which is a lot different. I just used the pattern. So I open up the pocket, put one line of adhesive, try not to put too much, but enough to go on both sides of the paper. You can always use a baby wipe and get rid of the extra. I'm going to just smooth that a little. Smush it down so there's glue on both sides of your paper. Then open up the page and go down to the score line on the double mount of the spine. Before I make it permanent, look to see that it's straight with a page before it. And this is the first page, so you sure want it straight. There we go. Okay, that's how you attach your pages to the spine. Now, this is an unusual album. If you saw my pre-class, you know that it's going to be a collapsible box. And there's magnets in the box. There we go. Magnets in the box. And there's going to be, my next step that I'm going to show you is how to put an acetate window to show you what's in your book. But this can sit on the, this will be decorated, and it can sit on a bookshelf like a book. And it looks like a box, but when you open it up, you have your album. So for me, I'm going to document my trip to Egypt. Oh, this page looks crooked. So you can put whatever topic you want into your album. We'll be making this together, and it'll all be very different. So look forward to fall, and we'll be doing more of these pages together. Have a great day. Whoops, there's the Sphinx. God bless.